whatever. Hey guys. Oh, sorry. Okay, welcome back to my channel. Gracias por mirar mis videos. So this video is actually like a fun video. This is like a story time de like mi peor peda, and I don't know if this is gonna get bad reviews or whatever, but I just thought it would be funny to share because it was crazy. And I don't know, like, I'm not always like serious and shit, so I wanted you guys to like know that sometimes I can be fun and crazy, not always so mature. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna get to it. I'm trying to do better intros, but I don't know, I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, so this happened when I turned 18, and I basically went to Mexico for my birthday because it was the first year where I wasn't in school. So I was able to go to El 24, which is like a town party in Mexico, and everybody was gonna get hella lit because that's like a big party over there. So, and it's my birthday, right? So me and some of my cousins were going to go to the jaripeo, and we went, but I wasn't really trying to drink at first because I don't really like beer because it makes me pee a lot, and I don't like to use the porta potties because huelen muy feo and like me da mucho asquillo, so I was like, ugh. Anyways, so we started like, me estaba haciendo de la boca chiquita, and we were at the jaripeo and it was my birthday, so you know, I was like, okay, whatever, maybe I should drink a little bit. And those of you who know me know that I don't really drink, but then when I do, it's like a lot, so that's why I try not to. But I'm also not one of like the people that gets like super like crazy when they drink. It's just like I can be minding my own business and I'll get into like the deep talks, or I can like just be like having fun, but it's not like I get crazy like botella crazy, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, so we're at the jaripeo and we start drinking, and then those cousins that I was with at the moment, they were like, oh, we're not really trying to drink because one of the girls just had a little girl. So I was like, oh, like, it's fine, like, whatever. So the jaripeo is over and it's like a baile after that. But since my cousins were like, oh, we're not really trying to drink, so we went to go walk around in La Plaza. La Plaza is like the center of like the ranchito. I don't know what you call it. But anyways, so I go there and we're walking around, but then I see my other cousin. He's a guy. His name is Pedro. Well, we call him Boys. Okay, so Boys is like, oh, prima, it's your birthday. Like, déjate invito que un diablito. And I was like, at first I was like, okay. And a diablito, I guess it's like a cantarito, which is like about like maybe this big, and like about like this much is tequila and about this much is juice. So that like got me like, you know, it was starting to get hot because when I drink alcohol, like everything's very like it just gets hot. So I was like, okay, like maybe we should tone it down a little bit. But then we see like my other cousins, and if one day I do like something where you guys meet my family, the crazy one is Güero. Like, Güero is just crazy. Like, he's just crazy. Like, if you want to have fun but be crazy, that's who you go to. So we see Güero, and then Güero's like, oh, prima, it's your birthday. Everybody knew it was my birthday, right? Because everybody knows it's the day of that town party. So I was like, see, so then he buys me like this drink, and it's like a slushy. It's a blue slushy, but it's like 70% liquor and then like 30% slushy. And with that, I was like, like things are starting to move crazy. So we were just having a good time, and then some of my cousins were like, okay, let's head home because we're not really like in our town, so like they don't want to have like problems. So we're like, okay, let's go. So then we end up going back to our ranchito, and then everybody's still drinking because everybody's like, oh, it's her birthday, like we about to get fucked up. And they're like, okay. But I was like, oh, maybe I should go home because it's like it's late and people are, you know, I was like I was the only girl. And they're like, oh, te agüitas, and then that's like the Mexican form of saying like you ain't down. And you know when somebody says you ain't down, like that shit's gonna get you in trouble. And I'm like, yeah, no, yo no me agüito, you know, because I wasn't trying to be a little sissy bitch in front of my cousins. So I was like, okay, no more way they had. So we start like drinking, and in Mexico it's like these big ass beers. They're called caguamas, right? So we had a bunch of those. We had tequila, and we had like a bunch of things. Point is, everybody gets hella drunk, and it's like 2 in the morning, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home now. They're like, no, que vamos a ir a llevarle serenata to one of my cousins' girlfriends or ex-girlfriends. I was like, okay, so because everybody's like borracha, you know, so it's like, okay, I mean, sure, why not? So we go, and we literally went to like maybe like 5 different people's houses, echando like música like 2 in the morning, and like heartbreak songs. And by heartbreak songs, I mean like songs that you're like, fuck, man. ¿En dónde está tu amor? ¿A dónde se marchó? ¿A dónde se esfumó aquella esperanza de que vuelvas? Anyways, so we like end up going all around the ranchito, just throwing like serenata at people. And then it was like 4 in the morning when we finished like doing everybody's like girlfriend's lover's house. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home. So everybody's like, yeah, like everybody was really fucked up at that point. Everybody's like, yeah, let's just go home. So one of my cousins like, okay, I'll walk you home, because it wasn't that far from there. So we go, but I think that I was maybe too drunk to notice that you had to pull the door the other way, and I was pulling it one way, and I had to pull it like out the other way. So I thought I had gotten locked out. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where am I gonna stay? So I'm freaking out. My cousin's like, oh, vamos a tocarle a la casa de tu otra tía. So I'm like, okay, because at this point I'm like, because in Mexico, if they see you out like at that time with a guy, doesn't matter who it is, they're like, ya se la robó, like ya se la robó. And that means like that you went to go live with him, like y'all are together. It's like y'all are married now. And it's like, no, I didn't want people to like see me and think that, right? And then so we go and we knock to my other tia's house, but they thought that I was a drunk who was just trying to like, because they have a little store, so they thought that I was a drunk trying to like make them sell beer to me. But I mean, I was drunk, but I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to get in their house so that I could go to sleep. And they didn't open. So at this point I'm like about to cry, because first of all, I'm hella drunk. 2, I'm cold. It's 4 in the morning. And then my cousin's like, oh, it's fine, like let's just go to my house, and then you can sleep in my room and I'll sleep in my brother's room. I was like, oh, okay. So I end up passing out, but in my mind I think I'm already so drunk that I don't realize that like in the next morning I don't know where I am. I'm like, what the fuck, like what is going on? And then I was like, where am I? Because I had been to my aunt's house, like the one that I slept at, but I had never seen like the inside of the room, so I wasn't really sure where I was. But then I heard her screaming like to one of her kids, so I was like, oh, I'm on my tia's like house. And then I come out and she's like, oh, Liz, like te quedaste aquí? And I was like, sí, tía, es que ayer, because I did remember that I got locked out of the other house. So I was like, oh, sí, tía, sorry, like se me hizo tarde, and then I couldn't open the door at like my other house. She's like, oh, it's fine, like don't worry about it, because that's just how Mexican families are. Like they're like, as long as we all fit, like you're more than welcome here. So I'm like, okay. So I go back to my house. This is like 10 in the morning, and they're like, what the fuck, where were you? Because my phone was dead. and like they thought that I like went missing or something, and I was like, no, you guys didn't leave the door open for me. They're like, yeah, we did. And I was like, no, I was opening it like this and it wouldn't move. And they're like, stupid, you were supposed to push it the other way. And I was like, oh, that makes more sense. But you know, it had already happened. And then oh Jesus, I had like the biggest like hangover ever in the whole wide world. Like, I didn't throw up, but I literally felt like everything was like going like in circles. Like, I had to put my feet on the floor so that I wouldn't like feel like I was like being like que me iba a marear like como una like bottle borrachita, you know, like that. So I like haven't drank since then, and sometimes like I do, but I try not to get too into it because I just remember how hungover I was that day, and I was like, oh fuck no, yo nunca más voy a volver a tomar. And yeah, so moral of the story is, if it's your birthday and your primos from Mexico are saying te agüitas, you gotta say sí me agüita if you're not trying to get like fucked up like that day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my story time and my, you know, my morals. And if you guys want more story times, let me know. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like, not a lot too crazy things happened, but it was just like the way things happened, I don't know. And shout out to my family in Mexico because I know they watch my videos. A mis primos, que los quiero mucho. And yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share, or like tell me what was your favorite part in the comments, and if you guys can relate to what I just explained about the life in Mexico. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.